पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, होश में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yesterday we have entered the main body of Upanishad and we have seen in the first chapter, first mantra, the same reality with two different conditionings appears to have become two, but it is one. They are not two. Like the example I gave yesterday, fire has got two attributes. One is the light and second is the heat. But in water only one attribute is reflected, the heat. That doesn't mean that the fire doesn't have light. It is the limitation of the instrument, the water through which it is expressing. See? Similarly, if we apply the same heat to the wood, a wooden piece, both attributes are reflected, light as well as the heat. In the same manner, Paramatma expressing through the inert world, there is only Jadatva, inertness, and the same Paramatma expressing through the beings is in addition to the existence, the Satta, the Chaitanya or the Chetana is also expressed. And this is how a duality is born out of one because of the two conditionings. So when our attention is over focused on the conditioned expressions, the substratum supporting the conditionings is overlooked. Now to understand this, take your own personal experience. We are so much influenced by the conditioned expressions that the substratum is forgotten. So we are all miserable as some buddies. So I become a husband, I become a wife, I become a mother, I become a father. And these are the guys who are going through good or bad experiences. But their substratum, the man or the woman, are untouched by them. Therefore, here the first mantra tells that there is but one. Om iti idam aksharam sarvam tasya upavyakyanam bhavad bhavishat sarvam omkara eva. So that which is beyond the limitations of the time, space and object is the reality. This was what we have seen yesterday. Now the second mantra told, sarvam hi etad ayam brahma ayam atma soyam atma chatushpad. Now what was said with reference to the totality, we have to include us also in the totality. So the Brahman, the Paramatma, about what we are talking in the first mantra is none other than our own being. Soyam Atma. Therefore, Sarvami Etad Brahma, everything is Brahman, Ayam Atma also Brahman. Meaning what? The one reality alone is referred with reference to the objectivity and the subjectivity. See? Now it can become your game. I don't know what spiritual practice people do, but what I do, I tell you. Everything when you read, it must be immediately recognized as an experience. For example, right hand and the right side of the face. If there is a kujli here, the right hand goes and do the kujli. So he is the doer and action is done on the face. So they are two, doer and done. But is it two? Take another example. When our own tongue is beaten by our teeth, so the biter are the teeth and bitten is the tongue. Will the tongue go and complain and remove the teeth? No. Because although there is a duality, there is no acceptance of otherness. This is the ultimate experience of a wise man. See? Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham vajadi va dukkam sa yogi paramo mata. And this can happen only when we are able to recognize the substratum supporting the differences. This is what is to be ultimately recognized. Therefore, sarvami etat brahma, ayam atma brahma, and soyam atma chatushpat. And this atma, what we are talking about, is chatushpat. Now here, pada means the step. Like here, when I am coming from these steps, first step, second step, third step, fourth is the Vyasapit. So where I am there, away from the steps. So first I have to take the first step. Then don't stand there. Go ahead, come to the second step, come to the third step, and then come to the Brahma, Turiya, fourth one. See? So the first step is what? We are living as body. So first of all, live as body in such a manner that we are not entangled in body identification. This is only a step. We put our foot on the first step, required. But don't stop there. Go ahead. We cannot continue to remain in the primary school throughout our life. It is necessary. We have to go to primary school. We have to go to middle school. But I like that miss. I will like to stay there. No, you cannot. You have to grow. See? Therefore, Chatushpan means these are the four steps through which we have to go ahead. So the first step is body identification. So when body identification happens, exactly what happens? What is that experience? Now that is spelled for us by the Upanishad. Jagarita sthano bahishpradnyaha saptangaha ekonavimshati mukaha stulabhuk vaishvanaraha prathama padaha. The first step, prathama pada, first step is this Vaishvanara. Now, where is he available? He is available Jagarita sthanaha. The waker is available only in the waking experience, number one. Number two, waking experience begins after a body identification. And what is that happens after body identification? Two things happen. We become possessive of the things and we get lost in the relations. So if we have to go from the first step to the second step, what we have to do? Give up too much involvement in possessions and relations. Keep a limit. We all have to draw a line thus far, not further. Don't go beyond that. See? Therefore, we will be living in this world like anyone. Our experience will be the same. But the difference will be, we will not be influenced by this relative world. See? Therefore, Jagarita sthanaha. Now what is our lifestyle? Bahish pradnyaha. We are dependent on the objective knowledge. See? Bahi, outside ourselves. Bahish pradnyaha. Now how do we gather this knowledge about the world outside us? Saptangaha. There are 7 limbs through which we come in contact with the world. And ekonavimshati mukaha. There are 19 means, mukha means the entry or something comes through that. Ekonavimshati mukha. Stulabhuk, experiencer of the gross world. Vaishvanaraha. He is called as Vaishvanara. And this is the Pratham Pada. So this is our description as to who we are. So number one, our name is Vaishvanara. Number two, we live in Jagrita Sthana, in the waking experience. Number three, our experiences are about the outer world, Vaishpradnya. Number four, Saptangaha. There are several limbs of our personality. And Ekona Vinchati Mukhaha. There are Ekona Vinchati Mukha. There are 19 mouths through which we consume the world in us. And what is the world? Stulabhuk. It is the gross world. This is what we are. See? Technically so sound. Now Bhagavan Shankaracharya tells something very beautiful. This we have to understand. Jagrita sthanam asyeti jagrita sthanam. Vaishpradnya. Swatma vetirikte vishaye pradnya yasya sa vaishpradnya. Vaishpradnya means he who knows everything about everything except about himself. How simple it is. We know about everything. Who is this? Who has come? What is happening? About you? I don't know. Vaishpradnya. Therefore, the first step on the spiritual path is don't remain extrovert in life. I again repeat it, number of times I have repeated. I am expecting the audience to be Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, Uparati, Shraddha, Titiksha, Samadhana, Mumukshutvam. When these fourfold spiritual qualifications are there, then for such students this is meant. If we have, if I do this Satyanarayan Puja, what will I get? You have come to a wrong floor, go to the third floor. Here we are grounded in reality. We are on the ground floor, isn't it? If you have to go up, go up. Here, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Be where you are. It is not becoming someone. It is being what we are. Therefore, Vaishpradnya Swatma Vidirikte Vishay Pradnya Yasya Sa Vaishpradnya. Then Bahir Visheshu Eva Pradnya Avidya Krutav Avabhasati Ityartaha. Therefore, his all knowledge is about the outer world. Doesn't know anything about himself. And then we go on asking questions. See, Swamiji, please tell me, what should I do with my wife? I said, whatever you are doing, continue. I am fed up. Please tell me something. Now, who is asking the question? Because all my answers are only questions. एक सवाल तुम करो, एक सवाल मैं करूं. हर सवाल का सवाल ही जवाब हो. So you answer my question. Who are you? I am a husband. By birth? No. By accident. By birth, man. By accident, husband. Okay. Are you the only husband in the world? See? There are innumerable of them. Then define the husband. Man expressing through the limitations of the wife is husband. This is the definition of husband. So husband is a abhivyakti. Husband is a manifestation of man through the woman or his wife. But what is happening? You are taking husband as a vyakti. So when you take as a vyakti, I as a husband am miserable, you have to be. But if you understand, look at all the husbands in the world, right from Rama up to Jagjivan Rama. All of them are miserable. So you are one of them. What is new about it? Life becomes so simple. Therefore, here the teacher brings out this thing that avidya kruta obhasate ityartha. Because of this wrong understanding, incomplete understanding of the things, we become extrovert and suffer. Tatha saptangani yasya. Now here is a very different approach Bhagavan Shankaracharya said. Saptangani yasya. There are 7 anga, limbs. Which are those? They are, the mantra is from Chandogya Upanishad. Tasya hava etasya atmana vaishvanarasya murdha eva sutejaschakchuh vishwarupaha pranaha pruthak garvatma sandeho bahulo vastireva rai prithiveva padav. So these are the 6 anga. Which are those 6 anga? One is the dulog. This upper sky or the space is the head, and sun is the eyes, and air is the prana vayu, and the space in between is the body, and then anna, the cause of anna is the waters, is the mutrasthana, organ of procreation, and prithvi, the world or the earth, is the legs, and fire is the speech. See, so this is, now we tell you, this is at the totality level. This is a totally different approach. You will not get in any place. We have to ultimately come to this conclusion. What is in totality, that alone is in individuality. There is one space for all the individuals. There is one man for the son, the same man for the husband, the same man for the father. Understand? And then we come to know the one who is miserable is not this man, because he has separated himself from the man and took the son to be real. He took the husband to be real. He took the father to be real. And therefore he is suffering. See? Therefore what is to be done? Dissolve the individuality in the absolute, in the totality. Yesterday I gave you example. The medical students study the, let's take the anatomy on the dead body. So anatomy is common for all the living beings. Common. So when we study anatomy at a level of the totality, but when we are treating the patient at the level of the individuality. So what is that knowledge on which this doctor is functioning? His knowledge is that of the totality and he is applying on individuality. Exactly the same way. In totality, these are the 7 things. And the same 7 things are in the individual. Therefore, Agni Asya Bhukatvena iti uktam saptangani asya. This question will raise further, we'll see there. तथा एकोनविंशति मुखानि अस्य बुद्धिन्द्रियाणि कर्मेन्द्रियाणि दश वायवश्च प्राणादया पंच मनः पंच मनोबुद्धि अहंकारश्च इत्यमिति मुखानि इति तानि उपलब्धिद्वाराणि इत्यर्थः एकन एवं विशिष्टो वैश्वानरः यथोक्तद्वारैः शब्दादीन् स्थूल विषयान् भुङ्क्ते इति स्थूलभुक्. So in this manner there are 5, which are these 19 gateways through which the world enters us. The 19 gateways are the 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, then Pancha Prana, 15, and Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar, the Antakaran Chatushte. The 19 are the ways or the gateways through which the world enters us. In the deep sleep, all of them are closed. Jnanendriyas are closed, Karmendriyas are closed, then the Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar is closed, Prana is only functioning, Prana doesn't have knowledge. Therefore there is no world, therefore there is no I, therefore there is no samsara. Therefore there is happiness. Therefore there is snoring. Happiness expresses only as noise. See? Can you be happy in a frustrated mood? गुप्ता जी क्या हो गया? क्या यार happy हूँ? No. Make more noise. Therefore, those who snore loud when they deep sleep, they are one with Brahman. And those who do not snore, they are not sleeping at all. They are struggling. Try to snore when you are awake. You cannot. Because you are somebody. When you are nobody, Anandadeva kalpimani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti. Enjoy, snore away. Therefore, these are the 19 mukhas through which the world enters us. Evam visheshtu Vaishvanaraha. So, in this way, he is Vaishvanara Yatokta Dwara hi Shabdadi Sturan Vishayan Mukte. So, through these 19 mouths, this Vaishvanara enjoys the whole world, the gross world. Stulabhuk. Now, why is called a Vaishvanara? Vishvesham Naranam Anekadha Nayanad Vaishvanaraha. It is this subtle body which is taking us from one life to another life. Second thing, this Vaishvanara is at the totality level. Be very attentive. Gross body is made up of the gross 5 elements. See? Individual prana is air and the total air. If there is no connection, if the connection is severed, gone. Individual water and total water element, dehydrate, over. In short, individuality is existing in the totality. It is not that the body of the Mahatmas is made up of pure Mahabhutas and the body of the Rakshasas is made out of impure Mahabhutas. No. Tanmata, they are pure, no impurity. So, gross body wise, we are one as individual and totality. Similarly, subtle body wise, we are one with the total subtle body. So, the individual gross body is Sthula Deha and the total gross body is Virata Purusha. What comes in the Purusha Suktam? Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapad. That doesn't mean Sahasra Shirsha Purusha like there are thousands of heads and Sahasraksha per head one eye. No, that is not the meaning. Sahasraksha Purusha means what? Through every head, he alone is expressing. See, friends. Therefore, the totality gross and the individuality gross, they are one, they are not two. But when we are lost in individuality, samsara begins. When we merge in the totality, samsara disappears. See? Then comes the subtle body. These 19. Individual subtle body called Sukshma Deha, Linga Deha. And the total subtle body is called Sutraatma or Hiranyagarbha. They are one and the same. Therefore, although it is not said here, I am telling you, therefore, we are all in the dream of Brahmaji, like there are so many people in our dream, is it not? Now to understand this, I understood it in Delhi. There is a temple, Birla Mandir. Every year we have got satsang there. Last 2-3 years it wasn't there. This year it may be there. So there is one small room and there is only Bhagavan Krishna standing there. And all the 3 sides, you can't enter because there is very little space inside. All 3 sides there are mirrors. when you look at the Lord Krishna's Vigraha, look left side, look right side, there is innumerable of Krishnas. This side innumerable. Because the two mirrors are reflecting each in each other. In the same manner, we are in the dream of Brahmaji, Hiranyagarbha. Then in our dream, there are so many good and bad people. There is no difference between the dream of Brahmaji and our dream. See, friends, nobody dreams the dream as a dream. We all experience the dream as a solid reality. See? One of my friends told me, Swamiji, I was having such a deep sleep and I was struggling to take out my shirt. And I could not, and I was struggling, oh God, why it is so tight and all that. And in that I gave a jhatka in the dream. As a result, my phone, my glasses, everything was thrown out of the bed. And then I got up. Now see, in the dream, the shirt was stuck. So put a lot of efforts. And all that was on the bed thrown away. So during that experience of dream, it was a solid dream. Think. Then next step, when we are out of the dream experience, what is our attitude towards that dream? Chodo yaar, it was just a dream. Zero value. Exactly the same way, the wise people awakened from this waking dream have zero value for this world. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. But ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. I had to do this, I had to do that. Relax, relax. See, friends, how to relax? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where are you in the satsang? When? During the satsang. What as a satsangi? Be 100%. In short, slowly we develop this faculty. Wherever we are always 100%. And if we start remaining 100% all the time, we are relaxed. Because to remain in the present, you don't require efforts. See, but if you go in the past, require efforts. See, when I am with some old couples, I like to enjoy my life. That is my purpose of my life. So, चाबी भर के छोड़ दो. You enjoy. Whatever the husband tells, wife has to contradict. Whatever the wife tells, husband has to contradict. Because both of them don't remember. We were in Shimla in 1922 for our first honeymoon. Oh, you have got many honeymoons? No. First time for the honeymoon we were there. Okay. Husband says, do you think wife will keep quiet? 22, you might have gone with somebody else. Why? We got married in 32. No, 22. And I am here in 2022. How does it matter? Now why this happens? Because we are not in the present. To remain in the present, efforts are not required. In deep sleep, there are no efforts. Efforts are till I who wants to sleep, till this I is there and want is there are efforts. And when even this I who wanted to sleep, when the I is also dropped, sleep begins. In sleep, there is neither I nor want. What is spiritual practice? Sleep. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. सो जाओ, जगो मत. उत्तिष्ठता सोवत, not jagrata. Get up and sleep. Oh, what a lovely sadhana. Therefore, we are all in the dream of Brahmaji, and therefore, as we come out of our dream, do we bother about what happened to somebody or other? Come on, it was a dream. Exactly the same way, we say, oh God, do this thing, oh God, do this. It's a very hairy dream, don't take it seriously. See, friends, therefore, this subtle body or the 19 parts, Vishvesham Naranam Anekadanaina Vaishvanaraha. So, totality is called Vaishvanara and individuality is called a Vishwa. Totality is called as Hiranyagarbha or Sutratma. Individuality is called as subtle body or the Linga Deha. They are one and the same. And the third, the causal body and the Ishvara, they are one and the same. They are not different. See, the Father and the Son, one and the same. Father is totality. One part of him is a son. The second part is the husband. The third part is the father. He has never become three. He is only one. In the same manner, identified with the gross body, we become a waker. With the subtle body, we become a dreamer. In the absence of the two, we become a prajna, the deep sleeper. But we remain the same. When we gain anything in the waking, does it have any impact in the dream and the deep sleep? No. When we lose everything in the deep sleep, do we suffer any loss? See, friends, the more we become aware of these things, life becomes easily. You don't have to struggle in spiritual life. Those who struggle in spiritual life, they are going the wrong way. There is no struggle. It is ajya dharaya srota sasamam. See? It is like the flow of the river, srota sasamam. Effortless. The river doesn't have to change the gear. It flows effort, srota sasamam. Ajya dharaya. Like when you pour the oil or the ghee, that falling is continuous. It is not broken. When you pour the water, it has breakage in between. But in case of the oil, it is continuous. This is a continuous, unbroken experience. Waking has come and gone, dream has come and gone, deep sleep has come and gone, childhood has come and gone, teenage has come and gone, deep sleep has come and gone. We are neither come nor gone. Everything is coming and going in me. I am ever the same. But we get ourselves to be, I am inside the body and I am a jiva. There is one jiva per body. And then papatma, punyatma. Therefore, when the children are born, they call the father as Papa, Papa. Papi hi aur kya hai? Papo hum papa karma. See, friends, come to discover this truth and express joy in and through every expression of life. Now here, Sarva Pindatmani Atmatva Saprathama Padaha. So this is the first step, first pada. Now here a question is raised. Question is, we are talking about I am Atma Brahma. So when you are talking about I am Atma Brahma, why did you bring the space and then the sun is the eyes, all these things? Why are you bringing? I am Atma Brahma. So here this is replied in a very beautiful manner. It is said here, look here. कथम अयमात्मा ब्रह्मेति प्रत्येगात्मनस्य चतुष्पात्मे कृते द्युलोकादीनां मूर्धान्यंगत्वमिति. When you are talking about the totality, that dyulok and all that, why do you bring the individuality? The teacher says, naista dosha, is not wrong, because this is a very important topic. सर्वस्य प्रपंचस्य साधि दैविकस्य अनेन आत्मना चतुष्पात्वं विवक्षित्वात्. We have to understand what we are talking at individuality level is equally true at the totality level. See, individual gross body, total gross body. Individual subtle body, total subtle body. Individual Anandamaya Kosha, Ishvara. They are not two. With reference to individual body, a somebody is born. With reference to the totality, is only one. And therefore, this Ishvara and the Anandamaya Kosha, they are one and the same. This is to be established. It is for this purpose we are talking about the totality we are speaking, and we come to the individuality because they are not two. Otherwise, what will happen? Evam cha sati sarva prapancha upashame advaita siddhi. By this only we will come to understand that the same reality is expressing as the objective world, the same reality is functioning as the subjective experiencer, and although they appear to be two, but they are essentially one. The two-ness is on account of the conditionings through which the same reality is expressing. This is what we have to establish. Like the same man is the son as well as the father. How can the same person be son and father? Arey Baba, you take the reference. To his father he is a son, to his son he is a father. In the same manner, for the objective world it is inert, for the subjective world it is sentient. But who? The same reality depending upon the conditioning through which it is expressing, that we have to recognize. This is what is the purpose. Therefore, sarva bhutascha atmakaha ekotmakaha drushtah sarva bhutani chatmani. In the Ishavasya Upanishad, sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani chatmani. Everything is in me and I am in everything. See? He who comes to discover that Atmaiva bhut vijanataha tatra ko moha kashokaha ekatva manupashyataha. He who comes to discover everything is my expansion alone. Can there be shoka moha? Like I alone is the right hand, I alone is the left hand, I alone is the eye, I alone is the finger. If the finger goes by mistake in the eye, we don't chop off the finger. Because everywhere I am. Therefore, na tato vijugupsate. There cannot be any doubt whether the eyes are poked by the finger intentionally. No. Misunderstanding will disappear from life. Misunderstanding is when we take somebody to be other than us. See, friends, this knowledge will change our complete quality of life. Therefore, yastu sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhut vijanataha. This is from Ishavasya, it quotes, Ityadi Shruti Upasumriteva Syat. Anyatha, if this is not understood, what is not understood? There is one reality which is expressing through the totality. This has to be understood. See? One reality. Like this one eye expressing through the eyes become the seer. The same eye expressing through the ears become the hearer. The same eye expressing through the mouth is a speaker. The same eye is here as a speaker and the same eye here as a listener. See? Whether the lamp is in the temple or it is in the toilet, behind both the lamps, it is the same electricity. Electricity behind the temple lamp is not holy electricity. And behind the toilet lamp it is not an unholy electricity. But what is happening? Our mind is trained to see the differences. When we are able to transcend the differences, differences are based on attributes. Therefore, yesterday I told you, spiritual practice is remain ordinary. We don't have to become extraordinary. We don't have to become someone special. No. How it is simple, you understand this way. See, colors and forms are special. Red color is not yellow. Yellow is not blue. Blue is not purple. Special. Different from each other. But they are established by what? By the vision. Vision has no color, no form. So what is the reality? Colors and forms are reality or the vision is the reality? Where are all the colors and forms? They are only in the vision. So if we are practicing spiritual life, what it means? Give minimum importance to anything which is specific. See? Similarly, sounds. The ears have no specific holy sound, unholy sound. No. All sounds. Whether it is the braying of a donkey or barking of a dog or listening to the classical music. Same. No problem. Now go further. See? Mind has no problem. Whether eyes, okay, vision. Ears, okay, hearing. No problem. But mind itself has none of these qualities. In short, as we migrate from the periphery of our personality to the center of our being, we lose all specialities. In waking, we are so much special. In dream, we are relatively less special. In deep sleep, we are ordinary. It is for this purpose, this totality and individuality is one is to be established. Then only the Ekameva Dvitiya will happen. Otherwise, what will say? Anyatha, otherwise, he Swadeha Parichinna Eva Pratyagatma. Then we start understanding. Pratyagatma, our essential self is one per body. This is the biggest obstacle. He very clearly, Anyatha, he Swadeha Parichinna Eva Pratyagatma Sankhya Bihi Drishtaha Syat. The Sankhya, the yoga, then your karma kanda, then your upasana, everywhere they will be talking about last life, this life, next life, sin, married, going to hell, going to heaven. How long are you going to bluff? See? All the time keeping that as the standpoint. And we none of us have any of that experience. Neither we have the experience of our birth, nor that of growth, not that of death, not that of absence. Who died? Nobody dies. See, friends, but if this is not accepted, how this marketing strategy will work? See, friends, we have to be very clear and bold in this thing. Nothing has ever happened. In this Upanishad only, in the one of the Karika it will come. Na nirodho na cha utpatti na baddho na cha sadakaha na muktaha na mumukshurvai ittesha paramartata. Nothing has happened, nothing will happen. Relax. We have this problem. If I die, what will happen? People will be happy. Gaya. There was one lady, her mother-in-law used to torture her. But this lady, she has really served her mother-in-law. I have seen her. But mother-in-law was something wrong or whatever. If this, when she was on bed, towards last few years of her life, this daughter-in-law, she's also old, she used to give her food. She will take that thali and throw away. Why did you touch it? Like that kind of way. Finally, she died. Mother-in-law died. And then she came and asked, Swamiji, you know my mother-in-law? I said, yes, I know. Do you know what? She died on Ashadhi Ekadashi. So what? So she will go to now Vaikuntha. Yes. Then after death, should I go there or not? Because she died on Ashadhi Ekadashi. So I asked, I said, Amma, did she know that this is Ashadhi Ekadashi? No, she didn't know. Then she has not gone. Oh, thank you. See, friends, the one who dies, who knows what is the time? Whether it is a Uttarayana or Dakshinayana, all rubbish. Unless you accept, you are a jiva. Like Bhishmacharya. He was waiting for Uttarayan to come. Because he has to go back to Vasuloka. They are all jiva, jiva, jiva. You are not jiva. You are divine. I am Atma Brahma. Dekho Maharaj. Otherwise you will get lost. Anyatha, Swadeha Parichhinna eva Pratyagatma Sankhyadevi eva Drishtaha Syat Tatha cha Satyam Tatha cha Sati Advaitam iti Shruti Kruto Vishesho na Syat. If that is to be understood, you don't require to study Upanishad. Don't require. Now all those people who accept that they are a soul, last life, this life, next life, dumb. Do you mean I don't mean anything? See, friends, I'll give you still further data. I am body. Is it known to us or we have imagined it? मान ही तो लिया है, जाना कहाँ है? देखो, we are doing only this bhavana. I am this body. Then I am doing another bhavana. I am very beautiful. Others should say. See, one girl, when I told her like that, she asked me, and she see how beautiful that thing is. I said, look here, that which looks beautiful from a distance is never beautiful. What do you mean? I said, for example, you look beautiful. After that, 3 days she didn't talk to me. Because all these mothers, they tell the child, oh, my darling, you are so beautiful, you are so cute, you are so intelligent. And that useless child start thinking, really she is. See? We are only imagining, nothing else. So if we have to imagine only, then I am body, I am good, I am smart, I am intelligent. See? Why don't you imagine you are divine? You have got a freedom. No, no, no. Papoham papa karma. Go to hell. Therefore, here, न विशेषस्यात् सांख्यादि दर्शने न अविशेषात् इष्यते च सर्वोपनिषदां सर्वात्मैक्य प्रतिपादकत्वम्. Therefore, Upanishad tells this, there is but one reality. Because of the upadhis, it appears to have become many, but it is, although expressing through many, continues to be one. Like the mind is one, expressing through 5 channels. There are not 5 minds behind the 5 sense organs. See, there are many likes and dislikes in the mind, but they are supported by the same intellect. Through wisdom, we discard that. Mind is one. Behind that, intellect is one. And behind the intellect, the Chetana, the life principle is one. See, the hunger of a pig and the hunger of a human being is the same. The satiation that we get by eating good food and the satiation that a vulture gets by eating a dead body is the same, because all the expressions of life are common. One person, young boy, asked me this question: isn't this Bhagavad Gita outdated so many years before it was told? Because we constantly want the latest. Morning newspaper becomes old by afternoon. I said, you are very intelligent, you are perfectly right. Then why do you talk on Gita? I said, okay, I will not talk. This is most beautiful technique, I tell you. Never argue with anybody on any topic. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. He said, then I will not study Gita. I said, don't study. He thought, like every Babaji does, no beta, you have to study, it is our Grantha, it is our Hindu. Humko kuch lena na dena. Don't study. One day you will recognize, whatever do in our life, it is our need. I am coming here to talk. I know 100%. None of you need me. It is my need. Why? Kujli. If I will not spend my time in satsanga, I will get lost only in khao, piyo और मध्य प्रदेश को बढ़ाओ. बढ़ रहा है. See, friends, the day you take this principle in life, whatever we do, it is our need. You will have humility in life. Those who have got humility, they are never humiliated. See, friends, but we think, I am doing this. Who cares? Go away. Who wants you? We are not indispensable in this world. Then alone we can get out of the limitations of these upadhis. इष्यते च सर्वोपनिषदां सर्वात्मैक्य प्रतिपादकत्वात् अतः युक्तम् एव अस्य आध्यात्मिकस्य पिण्डात्मनः द्युलोकाद्यत्वेन अंगत्वेन विराडात्म अधिदैविक एकत्व अभिप्रेत्य सप्तांगत्वं वचनम्. Therefore, whatever we have said, that the totality and the individuality should be established as one, then only we have understood the Vedanta principle, ekameva dvitiya neha nanasti kinchana. Therefore, vairajya ekatva upalakshanartham hiranyagarbha avyakritatmanoho. So, in this manner, like the total gross body Virat and individual gross body, the I or individual gross body, they are one. Similarly, the individual subtle body and Hiranyagarbha are one. Similarly, the individual Anandamaya Kosha and the total Anandamaya Kosha Ishvara are one. Here one more point I'll tell you. My waking world is different from your waking world. My dreams are different from your dreams. But sleep-wise, we are all one. It is not. Your deep sleep, my deep sleep. Why? Because in deep sleep, two things are common for all. There is no sense of otherness and there is no sense of limitations. So deep sleep wise, we are all one. All of us have got the same experience in deep sleep. Tatra mata amata bhavati. Tatra pita apita bhavati. In deep sleep, we are no mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. In the same manner, total gross body, Virat, and individual gross body are one. Total subtle body, Hiranyagarbha, and individual subtle body, the Tejas or the Lingadeya. Similarly, Ishvara, the creator of this total world, and the Anandamaya Kosha, the creator of our life. Where from the life begins? When from the deep sleep, body identification begins. By the first, we become aware of our own being. Then what is the time? Then where I am, space. Then who I am, I have to go to office. Samsara begins. When we sleep, we go the reverse way. All that we are not, slowly drop one by one, go back, everything gone. So like a bubble gum comes out of the mouth, goes back. In the same manner, we all come out of the deep sleep, go back to the same state. And the deep sleep, Anandamaya Kosha or Ishvara, is one and the same. See, friends, in deep sleep there are no efforts. Wherever there are efforts, we get tired. And the samsara is tiredness. See? Therefore, vairajayikatvam upalakshanartham hiranyagarbha avyakritatmanoho. Therefore, the oneness between the Virat and the Vyakti is mainly for establishing Hiranyagarbha and Tejasa are one, and Avyakrita or the Ishvara are one. Uktam Chaitan Madhu Brahmane Yashchayam Yasyam Pruthivyam Tejomaya Amritamaya Purushaha Yashchayam Adhyatmam. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad comes that the one which is supporting the earth, supporting the world, is none other than the supporting the self. That means on the same reality, the three upadhis create the illusion of threeness. Sushuptau avyakrutayoho ekatvam siddham eva nirvisheshatvat. See? Sushuptau and avyakrutayoho ekatvam. Avyakruta is Ishvara or unmanifest. Sushupti is also unmanifest. There is no Vishesha, there is no something extraordinary. Because there is no criteria to differentiate. In this manner, the third mantra told us about what is the Jagrat Sthiti, experience of the waker, and how we have to understand it. Then we come to the next mantra. Swapnasthanaha antaprajnaha saptangaha ekonavimshati mukaha pravivikta bhuk tejasa dvitiya padaha. Now we have taken the first step, prathama padaha. From the gross body, the waking world, waking experiences, now we are growing to the next step. Now what is the next step? Swapnasthana antaprajnaha. Now this is the state where we are the dreamer. Swapnasthana and antaprajnaha. There all the experiences are not pertaining to the outer world, but the impressions which were gathered and stored on our mind those impressions become the object of knowledge, and the mind itself is the knower of them, and this is only in the mind. Therefore, Antaprajna, the external objects are not required. Sapna sthana Antaprajna, and again the same thing. Saptangaha ekonvinchati mukaha pravivikta bhuk. And in this manner, he is experiencing the subtle object in this world. He is called a Tejasa, and this is the Dvitiya Pada. So Tejasa is the experiencer. Now this is another important point we all have to understand. Body does not go through any experience. All experiences happen only to the mind. We take care of our body, but we never take care of our mind. We go for walks, we go to the gym, we observe dieting, so that the body should remain healthy. What we have done for keeping the mind healthy? And all experiences are happening only to the mind. Nothing happens to the body. Therefore, if we can mind our mind, we are on the spiritual path. Otherwise, we'll go on imagining that we are walking the spiritual path, and then the same thing, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, it will never end. And then frustrated. Then go for some chamatkar. And then we want this thing should happen, that thing should happen. Oh God, I will do this thing, 100 रुपए के पेड़े बांटेंगे, मेरे बच्चों को नौकरी लग जाए. See? Don't go on begging. You are divine. See? And the day this will be understood, you have understood the real meaning of your life. Otherwise, continue the same tobacco, same chuna, ragdo, खाओ. बट में रखिए कल का. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.